Hello and welcome back.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello and
I got the first
We're
one
no
of the
longer
new one.
We're no longer the sages. Well, that remains to be seen who we are now.
the
But
Pathfinders.
for the record, I was never very big on the name sages, but you know,
Yeah, a character definitely didn't railroad that name into the.
he just kept
Well,
saying it till it was
Actually,
canon.
Tim,
It was actually
I feel like Common actually kind of did do that.
Doesn't sound like something.
This
he
is
would
not
do.
a reunion episode, okay? This is
yeah.
different.
So to be
Let's save
clear,
it for the reunion.
Forget about Common, he's fucking dead. Kalon, fucking dead. Call, dead.
but it's possible that he exists in the multiverse that this world exists in.
He does. That's
He
what
still
I'm
just
exists
a
in the
babbling
same.
idiot.
I told them that I'm playing Blotman Blottens, but they wouldn't believe me.
Is Deadpool in this universe?
So,
Multiverse.
Remains to be seen.
what is this?
He's not in the
insane
universe,
that
but he's
we're
in the multiverse. That makes sense.
What about Transformers?
Same thing.
I imagine that Sages takes place in the same solar system as Transformers.
It's just totally.
Like,
Well, Cotman met Optimus Prime.
Sam,
take my part, Sam.
put my horn into your chest, Sam.
What is the inn's name that we're all at?
Golden Goose.
The
Goose.
The Megatron estate. Okay, I'm done.
All right, Justin. Yeah.
The Golden
Reel it
Goose is a golden goose in the middle of the room. There's
Oh,
a guy on a stage right now. He's in like a sort of sailor's hat. He has a lot of missing teeth, and he's sort of just like dancing to himself as the music plays. It feels like there's someone playing a fiddle in the corner of the stage, but this guy's just dancing. Like, he's not very good, to be completely honest, but everyone's watching him. Nothing else really to watch. Seems like there's about a total, maybe like 3 dozen people in this tavern, and all of you sort of sit at different parts of it. You know,
I was thinking we'd all try to walk in at once, but squeeze. The door is too small. So
at this
all
point,
6 of us.
well, actually, I will say that names Sigmund, and Boar. The 2 of you are in a corner, sort of tucked away, occupied with yourselves, and okay. So my whole point here is everyone except for Jacob's characters is in the inn right now. I'll ask the rest of you, what are you doing? If others look around the inn and lay their eyes on your character, what do they see?
I've got a screwdriver, a small screwdriver, and I'm tinkering on a little box with some gears that are obviously a little out of place.
I guess I'm just like watching the show on the stage. I'm looking around. Is there a tip jar or anything?
Yeah, I think
It
it's
looks-
just the town drunk.
It looks like there is a hat. Not only is he wearing a hat, but there is another hat by his feet.
Okay, I like elbow Sig on the way as I stand up and I like elbow him and push him away, and I go and I leave a few pennies in the tip jar hat
Okay,
thing,
gotcha.
and then walk back to my seat.
How many gold coins are you leaving?
5.
okay.
No,
Alright.
2.5.
Alright. Okay.
I need the half.
You're gonna
Steve
cut a
Bell.
coin
Are we
in
doing
half?
silver? Are we
these
doing copper?
parts.
Oh, the
Yeah.
questions are already.
We've tried to do multiple coin tier systems. We're just really bad at it, mostly me. So that's just
Okay,
a
fine.
single coin.
Let's
Yeah.
do 3 because I'm generous.
Okay. And then, as always, these guys know it. Just remember to subtract anything from your inventory. Makes it easier.
What do you guys look like?
I don't know, you probably haven't seen me yet. I'm pretty mysterious.
No, I was asking for those 2 character
I'm-
descriptions.
Just like I'm dressed in all black and I have like black cloth and there's like leather accents and I have black hair and I kind of just look all around emo looking generally and like very pale sunken eyes, thick black eyeliner. The whole,
Are you
the whole
a-
getup.
what is your race again?
And I'm an elf.
Oh.
And did you have like a bell like around your neck?
Yes, I do wear a necklace, and it's a choker, and it's like a little bell, but it doesn't have like the inside hard part, so it doesn't like make any sound. It's like tight against my neck.
Interesting.
And
And Glusk,
Sig?
what are you? Yeah.
I'm a gnome, about 3.5 feet, average weight, average build, gray hair, gray beard, no bald on top, gray beard mustache combo. You can tell my eyebrows and the beard are a little singed from the workshop, from little embers and sparks flying at it, maybe catching little fires. I'm in like pretty baggy, practical clothes, a lot of pouches, satchels, basically the equivalent of cargo pants, is like boots.
Alright, so you go and leave a few coins in his hat, and he looks down at you. You smell thick stench of rum on his breath. He goes, "Thank you, lass. I like your ears."
I walk away without saying anything. I don't look at his eyes or anything. I just walk away.
He sort of keeps vibing up on there. He just has his eyes closed. He looks towards the ceiling, his shoulders shaking.
I walk in and I take a seat at the bar. Just a nail, I say as I put a coin down. I bite it a little bit as I put a coin down.
He's a very, very tall man. As his beer belly hangs over the counter. Looks like he's probably like 6'7".
Is he propping it up on there?
It's resting right on top. Like, yeah.
It's brushing up
comical.
against
It's like,
the...
you know how in Powerpuff Girls you can only ever see the one lady from like top down? It's like that. You just see his belly. Like Randy from Trailer Park Boys. Alright, sorry.
You're fine.
Big belly. Belly
I
bartender.
I look extremely similar to the picture I have. Shaved sides of the head. I'm a pale-skinned elf with black hair, kind of a beige tie tying it up. I'm wearing mostly hide armor. I carry a shield and a great sword on my back with an axe at my side. Relatively tall with about 5'11", blue hair, blue eyes, black hair. Yeah, a stocky build, more so than in the picture, but relatively similar. And my eyes are noticeably dilated. Almost looks like I'm on something. And yeah, and I sit down at the bar and I just bite the coin and put it down, ask for a nail.
Alright, it'll just be a coin, bub.
I set it down.
He looks at it for a sec. Alright. Yeah, he watches he polishes a couple cups. They're made of a sort of looks like wood. That's sort of been treated to hold liquid rather nicely. There might be an artist of some sorts in town. They're rather well made.
Say, you know anything about this oracle everybody's talking about?
Yeah, what about her?
I'm just curious if she runs high wages.
She does I guess, her whole mystic stuff from time to time. If you want to go over there, pop her a few coins. If she ain't busy, she'll normally say, yeah. You got some business with her?
Not yet, but, well, just wondering if I have the coin for it, I guess.
Well, old Tabletop Joe over there up on the stage, he, sometimes he gets a little rowdy and he likes to gather up a crew to go do some, shit. He got more coin than he lets on. Don't let him fool you.
When does this set end?
Whatever he wants. You look over and it seems like he's well in the middle of doing like a noodly dance with his arms.
I can picture all these dances describing.
I'd like to, could I like just take a look around and make a perception check?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to approach the bar at this point.
Yeah, your first thing you see is a stout dwarf walking towards you, gray beard. You want to describe your character, Justin?
Yeah, I'm a dwarf. I'm wearing some disheveled clothes. Would I still have things on my hands at this point? On my wrist?
No. We can say you broke out of those.
Alright. Yeah,
You don't have your gear or anything though. You're like totally broke. Yeah.
I don't have any coin at all.
You don't have coin. We'll say you had. There was a stash that you found the gear that you start off with that Morin told you about. That way we can explain you having your gear. But yeah, fuck it. There's coin in the stash too. Plot armor.
Okay. So I do have coin?
Yeah, you have everything. We'll say Morin told you of a stash outside of the capital.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'd like to approach the bar. I'm wearing, a nice set of chainmail. I've got a shield and on my back and a hammer hanging from my hip. I've got gray hair, long gray beard, sharp, stout features. And I've saunter up to the bar and pull up take a seat in a chair about 3 stools away from Tim's character.
Yeah, I give a kind of. I turn around and kind of put both of my elbows back on the bar and give kind of a man spreaded splay
Yeah.
as I sit
See
there.
The dwarf looking around. Of course, you see Tabletop Joe on the stage. The fiddler is going off as the pace of the dance is beginning to pick up. You notice an elf woman in dark clothes sort of walking back from the stage. It seems like she drops some coins down in the hat he has at his feet. She sits, sort of resumes her seat next to a shovel-looking gnome who appears to be tinkering on some sort of gadget. You have no idea really what it could be. You know that the gnomes are rather technologically advanced. They have a lot of high-end mechanists in their city, but you don't see gnomes very often outside of the city. If so, usually they're on business.
I'd like to rap on the bar and get the barkeep's attention.
Belly sort of slides down the bar over to you.
I'd like to buy a hot meal if you got them.
Yeah, sure. You want some pork, beef, chicken?
Lean cut of beef if you got it.
Alright, 2 coins for a serving of that. Extra coin for some potatoes if you want some.
Aye, son, I'll take the taters. I produce 3 gold coins and set them on the bar.
Alright. Takes the coins. Yeah, disappears for a few minutes in the back. You hear some clanging behind a nice swinging wooden door. And about 10 minutes later, he emerges with, again, the same sort of nicely treated wood as a plate. And then a nice hot meal, the steam rising off of it, set in front of you.
I immediately start eating it with my hands,
Cool. Brother, huh?
scarfing it down fast. Good.
At this point, actually, not yet. Dan, what's your character doing?
I'm actually so Shizen looks very much like the image that I have in there. So I have kind of like a traditional samurai-esque armor. It's called Domaru. You guys can feel free to Google it. It's got like a smart layering of metal, essentially. Pretty colorless, all things considered, with a couple darker green accents. I'm wearing darker green cloth underneath the armor, about 6 feet tall, with real auburn bright hair, similar to the bright colors you imagine around fall. But like that's his hair. It's kind of
Like a grapefruit, like the inside of a grapefruit.
Yes. And to my side is a long elven blade, which the elven blades are kind of like scimitars and sabers, but also katana-like in being long and slender, but also have a nice curve to it, kind of like a scimitar. And I'm just sitting down, sipping a glass of wine by myself in a booth.
Serious, have I ever seen armor like this before?
Knowledge check. Let's see. I gotta look up all the knowledge real quick. I think it'd be knowledge, history.
Okay. This is untrained, so 10 only. 7.
Yeah, it's definitely exotic. You can imagine it's he's an elf, so you can assume it might be elf from the forest. But you haven't seen armor like that.
Okay. I'm gonna take my ale and go up to this elf.
You're going up to
She's in. Yeah, she's in.
Shizen.
And I'd like to introduce myself in Elven or Elvish, whichever one. And say, good to meet you. My name is Biarenton.
I look up at him,
I have my hand out.
kind of a blank expression on my eyes. I respond in plain common. How can I help you?
I still say in Elvish. I'm just curious where you got your armor. Never seen anything like it.
I respond again in common. This armor is not given to just anyone, and it cannot be purchased.
So what does that mean? You earned it.
You could say.
Interesting. A glass of wine. You a high elf from the forest?
I do originate from the forest, but my home, well, I don't know that there is home anymore. Take another sip from my wine.
That's pretty fucking deep, man.
The wine tastes like shit, by the way, compared to Elvish wine.
I'm sure it does.
Just so you know, like it's not enjoyable.
This is how he's like, yeah.
Every time I put it down, I kind of grimace a little bit, just like look down at it, disappointed that is what it is.
Are there
Yes.
like bounty boards or anything, Sears?
Not in the inn. You think you walked past one earlier? You just wanted to get to the bar for a drink.
Okay. What are you doing around here? Are you looking for work too?
I must admit, I need coin.
I'm in the same pickle. I've
Get back real quick. Keep going.
the guy up on the stage, Tabletop Joe. Apparently, he might have a job for some able bodies.
You mean the man dancing over there with no teeth? 2 teeth, I apologize. With
Two
no
teeth in a dream.
You expect me to believe that a man who collects coins in a hat has a job for me?
You really got to speed that up, man. I don't know. I just got told he had some coin. Wanted to see if anyone was interested. See an elf and some pretty interesting armor.
I can hold
first look.
myself. How about you? Do you have any coin?
You know, I've got a few, but I wouldn't be looking for a job if I had some.
Well. Tell you what. Settle up my tab with the barkeep. I might go talk to this tabletop Joe.
Back, sorry.
You good?
All right. So
All right.
before you, as you get up to talk to Tabletop Joe,
I slam open the door. It makes like a loud noise, right?
everyone looks.
But you notice like
The
your
music
gaze has
stops.
to go a little bit lower. And you notice a halfling at the door. He walks in and just goes, "Where are you, Gygus? Show yourself!" I start like walking over. As you see me walking to, you notice I'm like a halfling with like white hair, with like matching white gloves and boots. It's like scale armor, but like with like red accents. So like this kid either looks like a complete poser or he has something to him. And I approach the like who would be I perceive like the bartender or the tavern owner as I'm like taking a glance to see if I see Gygus anywhere.
You do not see Gygus, but the bartender said, "You say Gygus? Hey, you must be Tidus, right?"
Yeah, that's me. Was he here? Did I miss him?
Yeah, he left a note for you. Yeah, right here. He sort of reaches under the bar and pulls it out and hands it to you.
Oh, what?
And you hear it in his voice. Just, haha, I tricked you. I told your lady friend to meet you a few hours later. You missed your date.
What? No! Oh, man! I
And,
fall to the
the-
ground.
Tabletop Joe looks at you. He goes,
Ah!
"Oh, the boy got schmeckledorfed." And the fiddle guy starts
Damn
singing
you,
again.
Gygus! Oh, man! Ah.
Fuck. All right, I gotta know about this. And I take my hail over to the kid, screaming on the floor, and I kneel down to him. I just look at him.
I like turn. I'm like an inch away from your face.
I take a sip
How-
of my hail.
What you drinking?
Don't describe your
Hell.
character, Jacob.
He did.
Yeah, so it's like if you didn't get it, he's like a half elf. He has like white hair. He has like matching
Halfling.
white gloves, like white boots, and then it's just like scale mail armor with like red accents. So like he either looks like he's a poser, or he's like a decent traveler.
Okay. Yeah, I'm already in awe at this whole situation that just happened. Everything all right?
You wanna believe this, man? So get this, right? I'm going on a date tonight. Real pretty girl. I asked her out like a week ago. I was excited. And then guy just comes out of nowhere. And now I'm here missing the date. He's always playing tricks on me, you know?
I motion the kid over to the table with Shizen, and I sit him down.
I get into the booth and it's like very apparent that I'm like I'm like
Way
this.
too small.
Yeah.
Why have you brought a loud child, Biarenton?
I'm not a child.
Biarenton.
I'm 24.
And besides, he has an interesting story. Now, about this date, what kind of girl was she?
Oh, just your run-of-the-mill pretty girl, really. She had brown eyes, great big hair,
Mm-hmm. Big hair.
real pretty one.
I
Real,
smile
I'm
at him.
talking real big hair,
Big hair, yeah.
real
Got
big
it.
hair.
Uh-huh.
But so I have this rival in town, right?
Gygus.
Gygus, yeah. So our gods must have some sort of feud going on. And ever since then, we just keep playing tricks on each other, but he keeps winning. He just always has a leg up on me.
So what? He baited you into coming into this tavern when you thought you were going on a date.
Well, I thought I waited at the theater for an hour. You know, I thought she was gonna come. I thought maybe she wasn't gonna show, and I found a note. It said, "Dear Tidus," that's my name, by the way, Tidus. You can call me Ty. Great to meet you guys.
Tidus, nice
Please.
to meet you. Biarenton. I shake his
It's-
hand. You can call me Renton.
I read the note, and it said, "Ha." It said, "Ha." This is how Gygus talks, by the way. I'm speaking as if it was Gygus. I have tricked you. I have taken your date over to Dragon's Wake. Come now if you want to meet her. And then I get here, I open up the note, and he just lied to her. I came all this way for nothing. I already just told my parents I was going on a journey. I had everything set up for this.
How far have you come?
Probably took you about like a week. At
It
least.
took me a week to get here.
Damn, it's a long walk.
Here, child. And I push my wine to him. I am quite done with it.
Oh boy, thanks. I go to sip it, and I'm just like,
Well, look, kid, we're
that's
we're
good
looking
stuff.
to go on an Look, kid, we're looking to go on an adventure ourselves. We were about to ask Tabletop Joe about a contract. You look like you can take care of yourself.
Oh, I can help you guys out. I'm pretty good with healing magic myself.
And maybe give you a break from this Gygus and these tricks. You know?
I'll tell you what, if I could learn anything to get back at him, I'm willing to try. Some experience would do me good, but is it just the three of us going?
Well, hold on now. Let's not be hasty. All you creatures on the outside, you all rush. You all have such a need, such an imperativeness to everything you do. We perhaps should ask the barkeep, the man who has a business, unlike the man begging for a coin, dancing for it.
Whoa, he's not begging, he's earning it.
Yeah, it seems like he's doing a pretty cool dance. Look at that jig over there.
And besides, I already asked the barkeep. He told me to ask Tabletop Joe.
Well, okay.
I mean, usually how these contracts work is you get as many able-bodied people as you can stuff, but enough for the coin. It really depends. We could ask with 3 and maybe find some more.
How long have you guys been at the inn?
15 minutes.
Oh. Any idea what's going on with that gnome over there?
Oh shit! I scream. I say, and then I run up to the barkeep. Please, carrots. Do you have any carrots?
Yeah, we got
Vegetables?
What?
carrots. The fuck, I don't care.
Give me whatever vegetables you have. I need vegetables.
I got some corn left here, lad. I hand him like a half-eaten ear of corn. This'll do.
I hold it in my hand and just kind of look at this dwarf disgusting in front of me, and I'm just like,
hands are all gross. His beard. Oh my god.
I
It's
just
corn kernels in his beard.
I just I put the corn down on the bar top without saying a word and say, vegetables. You have vegetables, yes?
Yeah, 4 carrots for a gold piece. Sound alright to you?
Can I see the carrots, please? I would prefer they're not eaten like this man's corn.
Returns from the back in about 20 seconds with 4 carrots that are pretty standard, thick and long.
I give him the coin, grab the carrots, and run outside to feed my elk.
You need a... okay. Go back to eating my corn.
And then I come back inside and sit down at the back at the table, and I say, sorry, Amaya has
What
not
was
eaten
that?
in days.
Hey, what, you got a horse or something?
Amaya is not a horse. Thank you. Amaya is an elk.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
She has been my loyal companion for many years.
An elk. Will you ride it?
She is my mount. She follows me everywhere I go into combat. Despite not having horns, she's still pretty handy.
All right.
Huh.
You want to talk to this tabletop Joe or what?
You mind if I get a drink real quick? You guys want anything?
I look at the
I-
rest of my ale and slide it across the table.
If you are hungry, child, there was a slab of corn presented to me by a dwarf at the bar.
Oh, okay. Well, I love free food. I'll be right back. I approach the dwarf at the bar, who I presume has this ear of corn. I tug on his side.
Can I help you
Excuse
with something, little lad?
Hi, I heard you had some corn that you were willing to give away.
I sort of like lean out of my seat and look toward the table with Shizen. Oh, was you heard about that?
Yeah.
I'm about finished with it if you want the rest. It's
Oh,
like
that'd be
quarter.
great.
There's like a quarter of corn left on it at this point. Here you go, son.
I sit down next to him.
I brush the kernels of corn out of my beard as he gets into his seat.
I'm Tidus, by the way. You can call me Ty.
Good meeting you, Ty.
I don't know how to tell you this, sir, but there seems to be a gnome over there, looking at you, and it looks like he burned his mustache and his beard and his eyebrows. He keeps looking over at you.
Truly.
Yeah.
I turn and scan the room for a gnome.
Sells real quick.
Do I see a gnome?
You do see him. He's,
Nope.
right across the room.
He left.
Also, side just for imagery's sake, it's worth mentioning that both Sigmund and Aldrich, you both attract more looks than the regular person would attract here. It is Dragon's Wake, but a dwarf and a gnome are still rare almost anywhere outside of their kingdoms.
Damn. Really, I thought the elves were gonna be the exotic ones. That's funny.
Yeah, no, they're everywhere. Well, the forest elves are exotic, but the wandering elves are everywhere. Oh,
Yeah, they're like
certain, you know.
God.
Roma.
Yeah, it's like a diaspora, you know.
Yeah, like
yeah.
a nomadic.
I thought it was a
Yeah.
diaspora.
Yeah, I can never remember, man.
Yeah,
I don't think it like. Who cares?
I've honestly
I know.
never.
I just
heard
think-
that
I
out
just-
loud.
Yeah, no, right?
Diaspora? I think.
Both of them just sound right, you know. I just learned recently that British people say controversy.
Diaspora.
It's
Anyway,
some crazy shit. Sorry.
I assume that's a good enough roll to fix the little box I'm tinkering on.
Oh yeah, for sure. What are you trying to fix? Is it like a?
That's like a
Does
little
your-
alarm
do
clock. It's like
yours-
the cuckoo clock.
Do your
Yeah.
things count as knowledge?
No.
Because knowledge
Knowledge.
engineering is different than craft.
Oh, it'd be
I
craft
mean-
engineering.
Oh yeah, there's a craft.
Yeah. So we could take the dice roll. The modifier just might be different. You got a 15.
Or I could just I mean, wait, where the hell is the craft?
No.
Just a craft part of your skills. If you don't have any points in it, it'll just be plus
Ah,
one
yeah.
or whatever your modifier is. Which
Oh, you didn't
yeah.
check off the ones that you. Okay, so it's. Oh no, it doesn't really matter. Checking off just class skills, anyways. But
I think I
Still
do. Do I don't have it checked? There we go.
everything that's a class skill should be checked, even if you don't have even if you didn't put points in
Gotcha.
it earlier.
He keeps tinkering
Well,
with that
you can roll
box.
craft.
Which check? Because the one is like proficiency, right?
Just under skills, like the C in that column is class skill. So I'm pretty sure you have all that checked if it's a class skill.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If it's a class skill, yeah. I think everybody gets craft checked off.
Okay, heard.
Oh, +2 no.
So we'll take the 19. But wait, no.
No, I think we'll take the time. I think the 18 was enough to have completed it anyway.
Are you done yet?
Oh, yeah, you do
My
get more from
drink's
craft.
been empty for a while now. Could use a refill.
Just one more turn and clink.
No.
Yeah. Someone did it.
Excellent. All right, what were you saying, dear?
I need drink. I need drink. I'm tired. We've been walking a while. Your legs are too short. It took us twice as long.
Right. Well, if somebody had just carried me like I had asked, maybe it wouldn't be a problem then, huh? Yeah? Okay.
My
Well,
arm hurts.
I'll go get drink for Miss Princess here, okay? And, you just sit tight on your little high horse, or whatever. And I walk up to the barkeep. Yes. Hello? Yes, sir. Hello? I, stand up on top of the stool just to be above the bar.
Oh, well, you're the lost, or you're the
Hello?
oldest
Yes.
halfling I ever done seen.
Okay, well, I could not use the attitude right now, so maybe get me something fruity and strong, okay, too. Make it a double.
Brilliant. I'd take an ale and throw a couple strawberries in it.
Perfect, whatever. Jesus. I turn to the side of bumblefuck.
Four gold coins total for the jam.
I'm just looking down the bar at this gnome, stone face.
I
Good job,
take the
Quinn.
same stance. I turn around to watch. I'm still watching
I look back at you.
Jacob's character.
I'm
Yeah, I'm just watching you doing all of this with the same wide stance. Shizen, what do you
Yes.
think's up with that gnome?
I've learned not to ask questions when it comes to gnomes. I can't say I've seen many in my days, nor have my people, but they
Probably the
know.
first gnome I've seen in 15 years. I'm sorry, you just talk so slow. You really gotta speed it up.
All I was going to say was that gnomes are not commonly seen among my people.
Hey, Ty, what's a gnome doing here?
Golly gee, Mr. Gnome, what happened to your stash?
Oh boy, here we go. The peanut gallery. Okay. Look, what do you want to know?
Gnome!
It just looks like you got into some sort of situation. It looks like you caught on fire. Are you alright?
Yes, it's very standard. Of course, when you're working with fire and sparks, you're going to get a little singed. It's fine. So yes, I'll take these drinks and go back, and we won't bother you anymore. Just
No,
please.
I'm curious though. Are you from Gurumbaba? I've never been there before, but are you an engineer of some sort?
Yeah, you could say I'm something like that. Yeah, okay, engineer. Maybe you're talking my language a little here. Yeah, you could say.
You're a cool guy. I'm Tidus,
Yeah.
by the way. Nice to meet you.
Okay, I extend my little hand.
Yeah, I extend my
As far
little
as I
hand.
can.
I'm leaning as far as I can, and I just stand up then and move over to shake your hand. This is my buddy. Well, I actually don't know your name, dwarf.
Don't bother yourself with it, lad.
Okay, this is don't bother. Hey, that's not your name.
It's not.
Okay, well, it was nice talking to you, Mr. Gnome.
Yes, quite the observant fellow here. You guys are a real ragtag crew. Maybe when you learn how to adventure for real, you can talk to us or something.
Okay.
I step directly
Yeah.
behind the gnome when he's
yeah.
talking.
While this is
I'm
happening,
sorry.
I order 3 drinks, by the way.
As the elf steps up, I sort of slide my coin purse tighter to my chest.
Oh, yes.
Gnome, what's your business here?
I take a long sip of the ale and then bite the strawberry. Well, what else does anyone come to the middle of nowhere for? I don't know, to see the oracle or find some treasure, What are you here for, huh?
I spring up. I kind of sit up as I hear him talk about the oracle.
I didn't.
But I'm
choose
still
to
sitting
be
across.
Oh, isn't the Oracle one of the 5 adventurers, right? They're one of the descendants.
Well, maybe if you read a book, you would just know that for sure. But sure, yeah, that's the truth. Yeah.
Would
Oh no.
Fair
he's telling
enough.
us.
would I know anything about this oracle?
No, definitely not. That sort of no use in knowing about the lesser cultures.
What's an oracle? You're speaking nonsense.
She's one of the descendants of the 5 big adventurers who founded Dragon's Wake. I hear she has some crazy psychic powers. And that she's cute.
I also I appear next to you spontaneously. I also heard she was cute.
I extend like a fist, like a fist, like.
And knuckle touch him.
So
Not
are
many
these?
gnomes around here. You from Grubaba?
Well, you could probably guess that. Yeah.
Holy
I live
shit!
with
Is that actually what you sound like?
it. Can you handle it?
No, that was in character.
Oh. Yeah, of course, that's what we all sound like. What, you think I just made this up? I wandered out into the woods and said, oh, I will talk all funny. Everyone will misinterpret me, not know what I'm saying. I'll be a little outcast everywhere I go. Yeah, that would be real fun. I thought of that.
I say in Elvish real quick. I say, this guy talks like a fucking moron.
I say back in Elvish. Wasn't I just making fun of you 2 minutes ago?
I glare.
All right. So
Who's your friend, by the way? She's just kind of glaring at you, like motioning over to to Ashley's character.
Oh, I mean, I think she needs no introduction. I mean, look at her. Wow. Wow. Anyway, but yes, you're right. I'm holding up her drink, and I go over and hand it to her.
I was gonna ask you about the. Okay.
I must admit, his companion doesn't look overly friendly.
She's an elf. How bad could it be? I walk over to them.
I look at you, and I look back at Ashley's like sunken eyes with my bright green insignia on my armor plate. Don't do anything.
How bad could it be?
How bad?
I'm like starting to walk away, and I'm like, I take a deep breath and turn back around. You one of those then, dwarf? I'm asking you if we're gonna have a problem.
Lad, you'd count yourself lucky to run into a dwarf like me at a time like this.
And why is that?
See, lad, I'm not welcome back in the Iron Keep no more.
Oh, that's kind of like your religion, right? That's pretty fucked up.
Aye.
I've never heard of something like that before.
What did you do to deserve such a punishment?
I spared the life of a child.
I don't get it. What is?
What's what, lad? Out with it.
It's just that seems like a good thing to do.
It was a child of a non-believer.
A non-believer?
Aye. In the Lord Olir doing.
So you two, pretty big on gods then.
Who are you pointing to?
Jacob and you. Sorry, what's your name?
I've told you enough already. My name is Aldrich.
Just a couple more things. Biarenton. It's not often I shake a dwarf's hand.
Not often I shake an elf's. Probably the first time ever for me.
I reach for his hand.
Slowly and uncertainly shake his hand.
I give him an overly charming smile. Alright, I want to hear about this oracle. This gnome seems to got information, and me and Shizen are probably going to talk to the guy up on the stage about getting a contract. You still in? I look at... Sorry, Tidus.
Yeah, I have nothing better to do. I'll tag along. You should too,
Yeah.
Aldrich.
Think so, lad? I'm afraid they'll be hunting me.
Well, we could use the help. And I mean,
BRB5.
you could just put on a hat.
think so.
Yeah, I mean, are there any big discerning features about you that people kind of know of? Are you a famous individual?
Well, I was a man of higher standing, I suppose.
You can shave your beard. I give him a sly smile.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Shave that scraggly mess off your face.
What are you calling scraggly elf?
I'm saying those fucking pubes on your face.
All right,
Filled with
relax, both of you. As I giggle a little bit.
I think what he's trying to say is, if you shave your beard, it would kind of be like starting anew, starting all over again.
Yeah, let's go with that. That's what I
Beard
sure.
is not lightly shaven, friends.
Not by a dwarf, at least.
I suppose I could braid it different.
We need
I
a
grab,
strong razor.
I grab one of the
I-
tankards off the table that I assume Tidus ordered for us, and I
Yeah.
grab two and hand one to Shizen. And I tip my cup towards the halfling.
I sip from my cup and then grab the hilt, only the hilt of my sword, and I say, or I could just cut it for you, dwarf.
Be the last thing you ever cut, lad.
I was simply offering a helpful suggestion. Let's go see what Tabletop Joe and the gnome has to say.
At least let
Aye.
him finish his performance. We have full glasses here, right?
Yeah. Why don't we enjoy a drink while he wraps up? Then we go talk to Joey.
And I still want to hear a little bit more about this god of yours, Tidus, and these tricks that you like to play.
Oh, sure. I mean, what all do you want to know? I can tell you a bit about him.
I pull up a stool from a nearby. I see a guy stand up, and I wait, and then I pull the chair out from under him and turn it around and sit down on it at the bar. All right, so you have two opposing gods, and they both like to play tricks on each other. I didn't realize gods were that petty.
Well, it's a little bit different than that. So, my god is Terrostos. He's the god of earth and trickery. And then there's Zephyr, the god of air and travel. See, they kind of... Well, I guess the best way to put it is they're in a bit of like a pranking war. They're both kind of whimsical guys, but they just love to tease each other. And whoever follows each other, well, we kids of those gods kind of get stuck in that prank war. And Gygus always seems to win.
So say yours and his again.
Sure. So mine is Terrostos. He's the god of earth and trickery. Then there's Zephyr, the god of air and travel. They're kind of like complete opposites.
Terrostos and Zephyr, huh?
Yep. And then like as I go to like sit down, you see like it's almost like the earth moves, making it so like I miss my chair. Like the earth, like think of like earth bending. Like the chair just moves back, and I fall on my
fuck
butt.
Yes, I'm gonna love this.
Ah, come on, Terrostos, that wasn't cool. And in like the whispering of like the wind at the door, you hear like a.
So even your own god even plays tricks on you too.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not the best at them yet. I'm gonna get Gygus back good this time. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but he's in for it next time I see him.
So where would he be? Where was the last place you saw him?
My hometown.
7 days away.
7 days away. Yeah, that's.
Can you play tricks on other members of Zephyr followers?
Yeah, pretty much anyone under that is fair game.
Oh, then we can just find someone else.
That's true. It'll make Terrostos happy. That's for sure.
I can't be doing no service in the name of other gods.
Well, don't think of it as a service. More of just for laughs.
What if you serve your god in servicing him getting something to his god?
Well, that's kind of fine. As long as Terrostos gets his giggles, he's all for it.
See, there we go. We both win, Aldrich. We all win. Everybody wins. We're all winners.
Hmm.
And if I say so what? Oh, now the peanut gallery is going to chime in, and I finish the last sip of my drink.
Except for the gnome, who's not the winner just yet. I stand up and I walk towards the gnome. No!
Don't bring the.
What do you know about the Oracle? As I get a little bit more tipsy.
I follow behind you, like at your waist.
Here comes the cha-cha, the parade.
No, don't
Hey,
speak
what's
to
up,
me
guys?
of
The
parades.
parade's here.
I say to her in Elvish, don't speak to me of parades.
I just ignore you.
I look at the gnome. Gnome, I heard you talking about the Oracle.
Okay, yeah. So and
So, how much does it cost? Do you know, like, what does she look at my palm, or is it a
Let me-
magical thing?
is there a check I can do for this? Is this like local knowledge or?
Yeah.
Since I assume you want to tell us what she do. I don't want to ascribe powers.
Yeah, local knowledge is good.
Local knowledge, okay.
You know that she obviously lives here. She provides services for the town and also for travelers. From what you gather, it's actually a pretty big portion of coin she earns from different travelers coming to her for readings and such. You're not sure of an exact price, but it's generally affordable because it's kind of a popular idea among people in the Heartlands.
Yeah, like it doesn't take long. It's like a 5 minute. Like, what is it? Is it like a palm reading or like a divinate? Like, could you be a little more specific, or do you? I'm just curious.
I would say those are details you wouldn't quite concern yourself with, to be honest. You just know that people pay her coin for
Gotcha.
her to do fucking oracle shit. I'd say in the mind of a gnome, you probably view it as rather what's the word? More like astrology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pseudoscience.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, I can't give you an exact price of whatever. I'm not some little dream peddler or something, but I can tell you that every Tom, Dick, and Harry that rolls through town gets a little palm reading of whatever. So yeah,
He's so
it's
good at this.
it's pretty affordable.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fucked up. He's evil Mingus.
That sounds like fun.
So, wait, I'm a little confused. You don't really believe in this sort of thing?
Well, it's on the edge. Look, I don't want to. You know, nobody in my culture thinks that this is real or anything like that. But you know, there is magic, of course. How can we deny that? So, yes, maybe this oracle has a gift, but I have no interest in this kind of divination for myself.
I mean, she definitely has a gift. She's not just called the Oracle. She has the bloodline of one of the 5 big adventurer descendants. You
Oh,
know?
it was you that was talking about that. What's up with all that?
Yeah, so I don't know if you know too much about Dragon's Week, but it was founded almost a century ago by 5 huge adventurers. They were pretty big shots from my understanding. Apparently, they could do a lot of crazy stuff that we wouldn't even believe. A lot of people can't even comprehend it. And if she has the name the Oracle, I'm sure she has some sort of crazy bloodline that allows her to possibly even see the future. Who knows?
Future.
So you don't believe in it, and I point my cup towards the elf. And do you?
What use do we have for the future, really?
Well, what do you mean? All sorts of things.
I find.
Sorry.
Question remains: is it a fixed future, and only glimpse at, or is it malleable, changeable path we can choose to take? A path we can find.
And what if you need to know certain direct conflicts in your future to be able to control them, to not hurt people?
Well,
I stay away from people. Who needs them?
So that's the solution. Just avoid them. You seem pretty comfortable with the gnome.
A rather odd companion, if I may say so. I chime in Elvish.
And wandering elves are seen with all kinds of people, but I think you're right, Shizen.
This conversation is an Elvis. 3 you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so that the rest of you.
What are you guys talking
You're-
about?
Sorry, I'm playing out. Literally.
Wait, sorry, say that again, Ashley?
I was cutting out, so I missed like the last 15
Oh.
seconds.
It was just me and Shizen sort of talking about you in Elvish.
And questioning why you're with a gnome.
Yeah.
Especially if you say you don't like people.
Well, he gets it. Take it away.
SpongeBob SquarePants close
It's,
up. Oh,
it's,
no.
an it's an elvish.
Oh. Okay, I respond in Elvish and I say, he's an old friend. We go back. You wouldn't really understand.
Old friend. How old are you? I ask in Elvish.
Never ask a lady's age, I say in English. Or common.
Common.
I smirk.
Aldrich, this corn's great.
I look at the halfling.
Group chord. Oh my god.
I looked at the two of you and just say, nothing much interesting. Sometimes it's better to speak in your own tongue. I'm sure you understand that, halfling. And you, dwarf.
Oh yeah. Go about yourselves. I just keep eating the corn.
My common is a bit rusty. I haven't used it in, well, 50 years about. Only good for giving. Never mind.
Asking is why the elf and the gnome are together. It's a bit odd. Well, why a gnome is here in the first place is a bit odd.
Aye, that's a sight no dwarf has ever seen, I can tell you that.
Yeah, and you want me to grant 3 wishes or something? Hello, I'm here.
Oh my god.
I'm not that special, okay? Okay, just leave me alone, kind of. Maybe, okay, look, maybe I'm a little interested in this whole adventuring thing. Seeing the oracle. Maybe it's kind of cool, okay? Yeah. I drink the rest
Adventuring.
of Vor's drink.
So I look at Tidus and Shizen. Tabletop
Just
Joe.
to be clear, like to the gnome perspective, these guys are fucking like stacked. They just look like straight up muscle. So like, I like the
Yeah,
I like the idea of like I just love Gluck's character. What am I saying?
yeah, he's great.
Sweet.
What's his name again?
Sigmund.
Sigmund. I reach out my hand to the elf first. Biarenton.
You can call me Vor.
Oh. And I shake the gnome's hand.
I shake, but tentatively.
Okay, well, yeah, I shake your hand first, and then I reach for the gnome.
I take a long sigh and then I put my hand out and shake.
Nice.
I'm Sigmund for now. Maybe later we can get more personal, but you know, there's a lot to learn, you know? I don't trust like that right away, you know?
Well, look, we're gonna ask Tabletop Joe about a job. You guys interested?
Suppose I should do something to keep me occupied. Let's see about that job, lad.
All right. Well, we can't let Shizen talk to him because we'll be here all night. So I think I'll say something.
I wouldn't
Duels
want
are
to
all right.
speak
Can
to
I say
that
that?
two-toothed dimwit anyway.
Good one, Biarenton.
Why don't you talk to him, halfling? You seem like a face.
Sure.
Face and a body, arms and legs. Whole package here.
I'll be right back. I'll go ask him.
I'd like to rustle Ty's hair.
I'm gonna go with him.
Hey, cut it out.
Go on, lad.
I approach then, Joe.
As soon as he finishes the set, perfect timing.
How does he do it?
Great set, Joe.
Hey, thanks, kid. He hops down from the stairs. Ooh, worked up a sweat in there tonight.
You were killing it.
He cracks his neck to the left, then cracks it to the right.
I'm Ty.
Yeah. His beard comes down to about maybe like 3 to 4 inches beneath his chin. It's not super scraggly. It's definitely not well hydrated, but it is uniform and sort of square and tucked under his chin nicely. He has a hat, looks like a fisherman's hat, like I said. Sorry, go on.
No, I'm sorry.
He has overalls. That's the other, I'd say, distinguishing feature.
A large strand of
with
wheat
him.
coming out of the hair.
I picture Captain Knuckles right now. That's what I imagine Tabletop Joe is gonna be.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's actually a bit more like
Thank God.
Jiggle Billy, though. That was the.
No, he's definitely
That's
Jiggle Billy. He's
Billy, yeah.
Jiggle Billy.
I walked over with Tidus.
I'm Ty, and this is Biarenton. We got a little party together.
Just call me Renton. It's easier.
Sorry, Renton. Anyways, I heard there was a job that you were looking for a bunch of adventurers to take care of.
But, I got jobs, of course, every now and then. Are you a gnome?
I'm a
Oh
halfling.
boy!
Not
okay.
you. He looks at you. He goes, look.
Here we go again.
I don't want no trouble, but one of you sold me what they called a toaster about 15 years ago, and it broke after 3 months.
A toaster?
Oh,
What
man.
exactly is a toaster?
I thought it was as amazing as you did. You put the bread in it, and the bread uses some sort of arcane craft to make the bread hot. It becomes nice and crispy as if you were to put it over a flame.
Wow.
A fraction of the time. This thing takes a minute, I tell you.
He cats.
These
So
gnomes are on this goddamn shit, I tell you.
Bless his hammer. What a creation.
That's cutting edge technology.
I
Can
think
you
it's
make
magic.
this? No.
No, I don't make toasters. Okay, I know about
You can
toasters.
fix one, though,
Everyone
right?
has a toaster.
You
I-
can fix one, right?
Please don't tell me that's the fucking adventure you're about to send us on. This fucking toaster.
The toaster quest.
Oh,
the toaster quest. The
It's like John Malkovich is German. That's what it is.
I need you to go and fix my toaster 2 towns over.
I'm hearing a gender swapped Edna mode from Incredibles.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I hear that. I hear that.
So, you have something else for us to do besides toasters. I was told that there would be a decent amount of coin.
Well, what are you good at? One at a time.
I just, like, point to my... I just look at myself.
You're sharp to the teeth, lad. You hit things quick, don't you?
I wouldn't say quick, but hard.
Hey, either one works. How about you? He looks to Shizen. Oh, you look
And-
like you hit things pretty hard as well, actually.
I nod and grab the hilt of my sword without saying anything.
Yeah, it spends a few seconds looking at you. First see your ears, then your hair, the whole outfit in general. But all right then.
I'm the whole package.
He's watching his glance drop like 3 feet.
How tall are you, Jacob?
What'd you say?
How tall are you?
I'm like 3'2".
That's as tall as Cotman.
That's awesome. I love how Jacob's just like a little fucking like hoplite, spear and shield and everything. But he's little.
I can
Yeah,
heal, and I can pack a punch if I need to. And as I say heal, you see like little green aura coming off.
You came up pretty far away, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't like to talk about it. I put
Of
a
course.
hand on his shoulder. I underhand put a hand on his shoulder.
I'll get
It's a
you
nice little
guys.
spot down there, though. I went on vacation in Despa once. It was great.
Oh, it's wonderful down there.
I have a feeling we'll be here all night if this keeps happening too. Why don't we just have the gnome talk to you? He seems like he knows how to get shit done.
And the girl's hair, so big.
Well, what are you good at, lad, little fella? I gotta know what you're good at, fellas. Give me a sec. This is all a work of art.
Right, well, you know, I'm good at tinkering, I'm good at sinking, I'm good at those two things put together, tinkering and sinking. I'm a tinkerer sinker, you know, is that kind of thing.
What's a sinker?
I think he means
Himmel.
thinker.
Oh, thinking.
Yeah, he uses his noggin.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and clearly this one doesn't, so...
A testy gnome,
Alright.
indeed.
And, how about you, short
Spicy.
fella? Short, stout fella, the dwarf.
I can hold a shield, carry heavy things, and cast a few spells.
Ooh,
Either the good
spells.
kind or the hurting kind.
Cast a few spells.
Spells.
Not as
Two
good as I want.
spellcasters. Interesting.
My spells
Yeah.
come from the divine himself.
Alright, well, as long as you don't start fucking cutting down everyone in here, then no problem with that.
I look a bit sheepishly to the floor, ashamed.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
You guys have no fucking idea.
So, what's the job then?
Well, fellas like yourselves, clearly a lot of capability here. What say we go fishing?
Fishing.
Why not?
I love fishing. I thought I might have heard you wrong.
No, we're going fishing.
You are suggesting fishing will provide us a lot of coin?
Is there a special fishing season?
Well, of a sort, you're actually not wrong.
I don't know how to fish.
I can show you how.
I've never been outside of the forest, but there's a river that runs through it, thankfully.
Right, well, where I'm from, my folks, when we go fishing, it's, better I show you myself, actually.
We're gonna go fishing now.
Oh, yeah?
What time
What
is it?
time?
Well,
Sorry.
it's just be dusk. By the time we get down to the bay, it'll likely be well past the night.
And that's when you fish.
That's when they're all sleeping, lad. Come with me.
Oh, are we going after some, like, glow eel or something?
Oh, I've never seen one of those. If you find one, bring it to me, though. I'll pay you some coin.
Oh,
Come on! He's already walking
Okay.
towards the door.
you're telling
Kinda-
me there's fish that glow, lad?
Yeah, there are eels that glow in the dark. They zap you, too.
I kind of hang.
Heard?
I heard that there's a guy named Shocklord who put him there himself.
No.
The god of
No,
electric.
no.
Jacob, no.
It's a slippery slope from here, buddy.
You walk.
I retconned that joke. Never happened.
A boulder just like hovers over his head.
It's a,
Why are you guys cream truck?
I kind of dip back for a second next to Shizen, and I match his pace. Biarenton gives kind of like an adolescent sort of vibe. He's just recently hit adulthood, but he follows behind you, Shizen, gets up next to you.
I kind of glance over at you, but I don't say anything. I just slow my pace a little bit so you walk ahead of me.
I slow down too. So, would you know of any place to find a solid elvish, how does it work again? Crafted bow?
Oh,
Well-
rubbish. There was one fellow who is a woodworker from the forest. Old as fuck, from what I understand.
No need for the unpleasantries.
Yes, as he said, I'm familiar only with the forest elves, and well, that's where I got this. I tap my sword again.
Yeah. I gesture towards my elven axe. I got it. I'm more concerned with long range. I guess I'll figure it out later. Do you know where this guy in the forest is? I assume we're still walking, right?
Yeah, if you guys all followed him out, then you guys are on the street at this point.
Well-
Shizen, would you be bringing Amaya with you?
I am on Amaya.
Okay, there you go. So you guys watch as you guys leave the bar. What's never mind. So there's an elk outside strapped to like the side of the inn as if it were a horse, and she sort of just does the straps and jumps on top.
Oh.
Yes,
Maya.
I must be very frank with you. I don't think any forest elves would be willing to help any of us. Quite frankly, definitely not willing to make you a bow. They keep to themselves, and they certainly are not friendly to outsiders, let alone a dwarf.
Begs the question why a forest elf would become a wanderer then. And I look to him slyly.
As I said before, it wasn't particularly my choice. I was forced to leave. They've
Yeah, well-
slandered my name.
Oh.
They did.
Well, what do you know about the forest elves?
Are we doing this now?
I heard they have really pretty big hair.
Is that true?
What is up with you and hair?
I just think it's an attractive part. This is the running joke, and I'm sailing with it.
The forest elves take their way of life very seriously, and they thought that I was trying to disrupt it. They claimed heresy upon me, and well, now I am not permitted to go back. And in truth, the only crime I seem to have committed is I smirked to myself and looked down a little bit. Well, there was Juniper.
Juniper.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, time. Juniper.
Juniper was the daughter of one of the council members, one of the elder elven.
Put my fingers on my eyes.
Are you
Look,
saying that?
she and I are both relatively young. I have been proving myself as a warrior of late. I am 130. She just turned 126. Just only a month ago. Look, I don't know what all is going on or why these claims were made about me, but I know one thing. I miss Juniper.
That's a heart-wrenching story, lad. He
Terribly,
dabs at his eye a
terribly
little bit.
heart-wrenching. So, anything else? Fishing. Is that what we're doing?
What kind
Yeah.
of bait are we using on this fishing trip?
Bait?
Are
No, we
there
don't need bait
even
for that.
enough
Don't worry.
rods?
Oh.
Now,
Oh yeah, we don't have anything to fish with.
when you were saying fishing, are you
He did
doing
grab a
what I
bag and
think
had
you're
one
doing?
over his shoulder, but it's a very. It doesn't look like it has like 6 rods in it or anything. It looks like it has like 1 or 2 tools max.
I would like to make a sense motive check
Okay, very well.
on the
That's not
man
a
who's
goal.
leading us towards a river.
It's a
Alone.
bay.
Whatever.
Guys, we're the bait! Rah!
Like, let's get out of here, man.
18.
You sense his.
You don't get an evil vibe from him. You get like a shady, crafty, opportunistic vibe from him. But it seems like this is a job, a legit job that he's just not telling you much about.
Okay.
So,
Hmm.
Vor, do you like fishing?
I know very little of fishing, but I like to eat fish, so. And I go nowhere. Sig goes nowhere without me, so that's why we're here.
What about you,
Oh.
Sig? Big fisher?
I can't resist a little fish and potatoes now and then, yeah. But a fisherman himself, no. You know what they say about teach a man to fish or whatever. But no, I never taught myself that. I know other ways to feed myself, so.
I mean, look at him. Do you think he could pull a fish out of the water?
Yeah, tiny hands. Maybe I'll make a gizmo to do it for me. Ugh.
It's more of a finesse thing. It's not generally so much about hardiness or strength.
Not with the fish you catch, I suppose.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, have you ever pulled out like a 5-foot bass?
No.
You know, I've never really thought to measure my fish.
You need to start using augmented rods for starters, one. That's the only way. So,
Augmented rods? What?
Put that in your book.
have you ever heard of a pulley, a simple machine?
Look, I'll be honest. I know that gnomes from the group are a little bit more intelligent than the rest of us, but I think I have a decent amount of practical knowledge.
Yes, sorry. You know, it's just a habit I talk down, and especially when it's out here, everyone is so stupid usually, dumb as bricks. Yeesh. At least, you know, you seem like you have some sense in your head.
I give you a dilated eye look of just a cracked out motherfucker and smile warmly. Thank you.
So anyway, yeah, we catch the fish. I mean, it can't be that hot. They glow, right? You see them even in the dark. We can.
It's a massive singular hill that Dragon's Wake is built on, and you guys take a good bit descending the hill, and then further down into what becomes a valley. You wind down a mountain path that continues to just descend and descend, and then as you turn one corner, you see the bay. It's very nice. The flora here is actually rather tropical. There's palm trees. The sand is like a very lush, almost orange color, very deep and vibrant. And there are several ships docked right up here. Seems like in this area specifically, a lot of smaller vessels for quick departure. And then you see what looks like a proper fleet out on the bay as you speak, as you walk. Just a collection of about half a dozen ships sort of sailing together.
What? People come and hunt what kind of fish here at night?
We're almost in the cove, lad. Come on.
A cove. Okay.
Right down here.
So
There's a small...
what are we fishing for?
For the loot, lad. Come on.
Oh. Sorry.
You can't always do this on your own because you guys know what are those fellas always call it, the brainy types? You guys ever see a fish man before?
A mermaid.
A fish man, not a mermaid. Other way
Fish
around.
man.
They walk.
Oh,
He's
like
gonna
a
roll. He's gonna roll a knowledge check to see if he can remember the proper name.
Hey, I'm back.
Nope.
like the I remember there was a monster named Fizz that looked like one.
I've heard of him. A nasty motherfucker.
He's so slippery.
Any of you fishmen? No.
Can I make a knowledge check?
Yeah. This would be knowledge history, I believe.
Can I as well?
It's a 10.
Would it make a difference if it was knowledge nature, or would history be better for you? Because
Nope,
I'd say either
I'm
or.
untrained in almost every single knowledge.
Okay, so yeah, either history or nature. Ooh, okay. Tidus, you have heard of these, and you also have them on the coast by where you're from. They're called Sahagwin.
How do you spell that? Sahagwin?
Let me put a picture. To
Did I miss anything? I was
No,
helping
he
my
was-
mom.
He was just telling you what you're getting up to a little more. He said you're fishing for loot, and that you can't always do this by yourself because there's fishmen. And then
Oh.
Ty made a knowledge check, and he figured out they're called Sahagwin. You know exactly what we're getting up to, Joe.
Oh, Sahagwin, you mean?
Yeah, that's it. The fishmen.
Oh man. How like hostile do I know these guys are?
You know not to mess with them. Like you would know that taking on one by yourself would be a fierce fight. You might be able to come out of it, but it would be risky.
It'd be a tussle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
with
there-
with
Are there a lot of them around here?
There can't be. It can't be too loud. That's why you gotta go at night when they're sleeping.
what
Oh.
exactly are Sahagwin?
They're
Fishmen.
And they're dangerous.
I was
Oh,
always
yeah.
told in my village not to mess with them. I mean, you could take one out, but a lot of people got hurt pretty bad in the process.
I draw my axe from my right side and from my left side and pull out my shield.
I raise a hand. Remember, they're sleeping right now, so try to be quiet.
As you pull out your blade, you instinctively look to Tabletop Joe's belt for a weapon, and notice he has a machete that is like pure black. It's like a stout, thick blade that is bladed on both sides and extends about like 2 feet off of the hilt, which has no like guard. It's like an exotic fucking blade. You can roll knowledge if you want.
What would it be?
It would be
It's quite the weapon.
I think engineering is fair for this. General tech.
8.
Nah, haven't seen that before.
Interesting blade.
All right, cove's right up here. Keep your voices down. The way this works, if you go into the cove, there's a spot where you can slip on down, and if you got a thick enough line, a thick enough hook, you get on all the things they discard down here. They don't really care about food and all that shit. Shiny things sometimes, if red color for them, but there's a lot of goodies that go miss down here. The thing is, you gotta be real stealthy like. You gotta focus real nicely. So, you can't do it by yourself because if you get snuck up on, you're fucked.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So?
I got a second rod here if any of you want to help me with this. The rest of you are gonna be on guard.
I draw my shield and my axe like I already have, and I just stand behind him on guard.
I'll give you a hand with that.
Alright. And I think this is what we're gonna call it next time.
All right.
Wow.
Next time on Pathfinder, who will take the rod? Will the fishmen show up? Are we ever gonna find out what happened with Gygus? Find out next time on Pathfinder.
Sages of the Pathfinder.